Morning everybody, David here. Happy Homebrew Wednesday, except it's not Wednesday, it's Tuesday morning, just turned 8:30. I'm going to brew today. I'm going to brew the Otter style ale, the Devon style bitter. Wanted to brew this for a while. I was struggling with the recipe, so last Friday morning I got the idea that I ought to email Otter Brewery in Devon, which I did. Sent them a lovely email. I'm not reading it out, I mean it was really good, you know, told them I was a home brewer, etc. And I knew they didn't give recipes out, but could they help me with the ingredients, etc. Told them what I'd got, what I might put in, thinking they'd give me a few clues and hints, but I didn't expect a reply. To their credit, they replied within an hour. Young lass in the office, very nice reply, and they sent me a load of information, nutritional information actually. So if I make this beer, and it is like theirs, if you're on a halal diet, don't drink it. If you're on a kosher diet, don't drink it. It's not fit for vegetarians, so if you're a vegetarian, don't touch it. Really, it means that I can drink it because I'm on none of them. So I got that nutritional information, but I did actually get some really important information. They gave me a list of the ingredients. Let me see, I've got to keep my voice down in case anybody hears. It is top secret, this actually. Now, the ingredients are malted barley. They actually put malted barley in. They put water in, I think it's spring water. They put something called hops in, and believe it or not, they put something called yeast in. So that was their information. Well, I couldn't have guessed that really, so it was a good help. So with that, I'll just show you. I've got some malted barley here. Of course, I can't tell you what it is. I've got some hops. Well, I've got 3 pots of hops, different types. I've got some yeast actually, Mangrove Jack's Liberty Bell Ale yeast. I mean, don't tell anybody, will you? So it gives me a free rein, this that list. But to be fair to Otter Brewery, they did give me 2 pieces of information that I didn't have that were actually of use to me. When I find it, they gave me the colour, the EBC number, and for the Otter Ale it's apparently 34.3, and the IBUs, the bitterness units, are 39. So with that information I sort of messed about on that Brewer's Friend calculator. Anyway, I've come up with a recipe. I'm not going to go over it now, but I will tell you it if it turns out okay. If it's a drinkable beer at a later date, when I do a sampling video, that could be at least 4 weeks away, couldn't it? I will tell you this recipe if it's okay. If it's crap, I ain't telling you. So there we are. So I'm not going to waste any more time. I've got the strike water set to 66. So I'm just waiting for it to come up to temperature. Now I haven't got any spring water, so I had a look round and I found a tap in my garage. So I just plugged a hose pipe into it, turned it on, hope for the best, and I got some tap water. Now it was a bit chlorinated, so I don't suppose it's like their spring water, but I've left it overnight to get the chlorine to dissipate a bit, and I'm going to put some chemicals in. I can't tell what they are, but there'll be definitely gypsum in. But we've got to be careful. We don't want to give too much away, do we? So I'll get down to the old brewing shed, brewing garage, whatever you want to call it, and I'll crack on. I'm not going to film it. I might give you snippets of putting hops in when it's boiling much later, and then sum it up at end of day. So I'll get down to it, and the word is mum. Keep it all quiet about those ingredients. Cheers. Better check nobody's watching. No. No, nobody's watching. Got to be secretive about this. Right. Next stage coming up. It's me, David. I've decided to put a disguise on. I should have done it earlier. You know what you've got to be like with these secret recipes. Don't tell anybody. I'm just going to put the first words in. The hops. But we've got to keep it quiet. The hops are in. I'll get back to you later. Right guys, got to talk quiet. I've finished now. That brewer's friend isn't such a friend. He said I'd get an original gravity of 1048. I've got 1052 and my brewing efficiency come out at 84%, but don't tell anybody. But I put that yeast in, but don't worry, it was yeast I put in a Mangrove Jack's Liberty Bell Ale packet. It's a different sort of yeast. So I've got 22 litres and it's going to be stronger than, you know, what it should be. I think we're going to call this the Drunken Otter or Drunken Otter Ale. So thanks for listening and watching. I've got to go now because wife's just driven past and called police because she thinks there's a stranger who's broken into this brewing shed. So I'm going to have to make a scarper quick. So thanks for listening and watching. Bye for now.